Hey guys, welcome to Galaxy Sparkles, where I turn imagination into reality. Thank you for tuning in and giving me a few minutes of your time. Leave a comment below and let me know how my craftsmanship has came along. Also like and share this video. And if you'd like to watch my progression as a one-stop shop, subscribe and let us take the journey together. Galaxy Sparkles. All right, today's idea, I'm gonna build a little carousel. Little carousel of a ring. Have little like one of them Ferris wheels. Little buckets all the way around. That's the idea I'm gonna have today, and I got inspired off what gave me the idea was yesterday installing that little sideways rafter on that house ring. So today I'm going to do the little rafters all the way around it. Try to make them uniform and see what happens. I have the idea in my mind. Let's see if we can bring it into reality. Imagination into reality with the best quality, the best craftsmanship of my skill level, which is an absolute beginner at wax. What I've done is just split this in half, got it square on top, square on bottom, and I took my scribe and went right down the center line. I'm just going to cut it in half, and then we'll figure out how long we want to make each of our carousel buckets, and then give us room to grind them down to some kind of shape later on. So here we go. We're going to cut this in half and begin our little buckets. Okay, after cutting these, they're a little out of shape just a little bit, and one's smaller than just the other by a little. So what I'm going to do is take the smaller one and smooth up the bottom, and then we're going to match the other one to it by using our caliper and file. Here we go. Let's see where we stand now. 8.4, 8.4, 8.3. We're gonna let that ride. All right, we gotta take some off this one and be right back with you. 8.4, 8.3. We're gonna call that right there. Now then, depending on how wide our ring is gonna depend on I can already tell you I'm going to file this one down. Depending on how wide our ring is how wide we'll make our buckets, our carousel buckets. So, all right, now that we got the width, 0.1 millimeters in tolerance, and the width, the thickness, just as well, we'll begin crafting our ring for them buckets to sit on. Alrighty, let me get the ring and I'll be right back. Alrighty, here's our mold that we had made earlier. Gave us a good starting foundation. Alright, let's see about getting some shape to this thing. Alrighty, we're a little thin right here, so what I'm going to do is take the soldering iron and build this up a little bit. We'll get it into shape and begin forming our carousels on it. All right, here we go. Ring is a little out of wampus there, a little crooked and sideways. But we do have our objective of the width all the way around. So what I plan on doing from here is taking this high side, moving it up. This side's pretty square other than that little overhang right there, so we're going to take that down, and let me get after this and I'll get right back with you and we'll see where we stand. So now that I've got the inside filed out, the ring has become a tight 8 around the mandrel, my little wooden mandrel. So what I plan on doing is just filing my edges uniform to the outside of the wooden mandrel, and that should be good. So we got probably 1/2 millimeter to take off of this side, and that'll be our width, and let's see what we come up with. I'm gonna fill all this gap in and make it all nice and uniform, and I'll get right back with you. Here we go. Alrighty, let me get caught up here and I'll get right back with you and show you the results. Alright, I'm taking some 600 grit sandpaper, and I'm just making sure I got all the little divots out of the sides there, and everything's looking real good and uniform. We're square. Then we just need to begin shaping this thing to top. As soon as we get the top shaped, we'll begin installing our little carousels, our little buggies, our little whatever you want to call them, little Ferris wheel buckets. We're going to call this the Ferris wheel ring. Looking pretty sharp on the side so far. Craftsmanship has definitely improved for sure in the last 2 weeks. I filled in all my little divots around the inner part of the ring. Need to take some sandpaper and clean up the insides there and get this number 7 back out. We can go ahead and do that right now. Let's get this inside shaped up, and shipped out. How about that? Boy, I have to go down to a 6. There we go. Ooh, that's smooth. That's clean right there. That's nice. Now if we can just make the top that nice. Here we go. Let's see what we can't do. So we got the sides and we got our inner looking real nice. See what we can't do with the top. Here we go. I'll get right back with you. I got some divots right here I need to fill in and raise up. And then back here on this other side, same side of the ring, just the opposite end. Got some more that we need to rise up right there. Finish making it as circular as possible. See what we come up with. So let's add some more wax and let's do this thing. It's coming together nice. Buckets on. Be right back with you. I'm going to square this up, make it look a little bit prettier on top, a little more rounded all the way to top, and get them little ridges all the way off. get me some smaller files, and I'll be right back with you. I don't exactly know what the name of this file is, but I call it the dagger. I really like this file. And we're just going to begin taking them rough file marks and them rough edges off the top of it and just kind of round it on down to the sides. Make it nice and uniform and as professional-like as possible. But for my 12th ring ever making, so far, the quality on this one is much more spectacular than the other 11. So you start getting them little file marks out of there, and all the imperfections begin really showing themselves, is what I just noticed. I think what I'll do is find my 4 corners on this ring first, put a bucket on each edge, on each corner, and then we'll begin working our way around the ring and see what we can make this thing look like toward the end. Alrighty, not too bad right there. That's what we got to start with for our buckets. What do y'all think? What do you think about the craftsmanship, the quality? Much, much better. We are definitely a little thick. If I were to cast this ring, I think that's a little too thick. Pretty meaty ring. That's definitely wouldn't be a ring to... It definitely would not be a ring to cast. Just not yet. Need to definitely thin it out about 2.5, 3 millimeters more to be castable. But being this is just practice, I'm very pleased with this outcomes up to this point. Like I said, it's all about practice, and for me, practicing quality, practicing craftsmanship, and just trying to understand my tools a little better on the wax side and get good at this. So let me begin cutting some buckets up, and we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, we got 8 buckets here cut. Which should be more than plenty. Stick them on this yellow cloth so I don't lose them on that dark desk. It's the only downfall of this desk is it's so dark and hard to see them little bitty blue pieces for me. All right. Definitely gonna put a glove on doing this close quarter work. Burn my little fingers and wouldn't be a good day if that happened. They're just now starting to heal up from all the wax burns as it is. Sure don't need no solder burn. Dang, how am I gonna do this? Well, we're going to get close and personal. We're just going to slow and personal. Slow, close, and personal, I tell you. See if we can't get that tacked on there. Man, we're just going to have to tack it and hope we don't burn them damn precious little fingers. Look at that. So damn. Alright, there's one. We got a lot of cleanup to do, but it's going to be a lot easier now that we got all this smooth. Won't have to worry about the in-between. So, we'll find the opposite side of this and get busy, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Let you see the progress. Here we go. Hang out. Yeah, it may not be quite uniform. Having such difficulty holding these little pieces and welding them up. But what I am gaining is a lot of XP points. And I haven't touched my finger with this hot soldering iron So my fingers are still healing up with no new injuries. Yep, having a little difficulty, but it's going fairly smooth other than sometimes this happening. We're gonna get it tacked on there in just a second though. Here we go. Take your time, don't rush. Don't touch that naked finger. All right, got him tacked on there. Just need to square him up, hopefully. Okay, let's put 2 more on. I'll be right back with you. Hang tight. I think what I did was just learn a new technique here to get them things stuck in there. What I do is take my soldering iron and part the top of the wax there. Get that piece and stick it in there while it's cooling. Alrighty, we're tacked on there. Looks like who done it, but it's on there. There it is, nonetheless. All out of camp of wampus. I wouldn't want to get on that Ferris wheel, that's for dang sure. Let me get it cleaned up and see what we can't make it look like. See if we can't make it look a little better. Put some file marks on it and see what we don't come up with. Hang out if you don't mind. We'll see in a few minutes. Here we go. Alrighty. We're just getting all the divots out on the sides, and kind of like how we did when the ring was just a round ring. Just get all the little divots out of it and begin shaping the middle and getting it to look as best as I'm able with the craftsmanship experience I have, which the cattywampus of it is just definitely no good. It is way out of whack as far as in balance. But my main objective at this point is getting it smooth and all the divots out of it, and begin rounding it off, making it look good. Not the out of balance it is, because that was a very difficult task of even getting them on there, yet alone straight. A difficult task, but hey, we got it on there, and it somewhat looks like what I sort of imagined. Sometimes what you imagine in reality is a little different in some cases, and this just happens to be one of them, but it's very close. But for my 12th ring, I would say this is not bad. So let me go ahead and finish cleaning this up, and I'll get right back with you. Show you how we come along shortly. All right, let's go. Yeah, I'm just a little disappointed in the outcome of this. I feel like my craftsmanship level is so much greater than this, and I had envisioned it so much better, and usually when I envision something, I can definitely make it look better than this. But the level of difficulty holding them little bitty pieces were rather high. What even inspired me to do this ring was I do have a ring in mind to do as soon as all my metal stuff gets here, where I can do it in metal. It's not exactly how I had envisioned. It's definitely out of proportion. The main thing is the craftsmanship. The divots that are no longer in there like they were in my first few rings. The roundness of the ring. The roundness that before we put the buckets on it to make it into what we're going to call the Ferris wheel ring. The smoothness of the original top was fantastic. Craftsmanship was great. And all in all, for my 12th ring, I'm very happy. So leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I definitely wouldn't cast it, and I definitely wouldn't want no one to buy it, but I've for sure gained many XP points, and I didn't burn my fingers whenever I was tacking them little things on there. So today was a good day.